This whole video thing, it's like harder because I'm not really sure what it is that I want to do with it. So I've been thinking of maybe just do like a personal thing, more like story time. So, because apparently I have stories, true stories. Okay, so I guess we'll start off with the one story I tell my dates when I go out about how I almost died. Um, so back in, I want to say like, I know I was like 11 or 12. I was on a plane flying out to Honduras and, well, flying from Honduras to Salvador and then from Salvador to New York. On the plane from Salvador, literally like 20 minutes in boarding, it's like all hell breaks loose. And the suitcases are coming out of like the compartments. Basically, you know when you're on like on a roller coaster and you're going down and like your stomach kind of drops. That's what happened. Like the engine just like it went dead. Like you didn't hear an engine, you didn't feel anything, you just felt you were going down. So we were going down. And everybody was screaming bloody murder. There was like these two elderly people sitting next to me, holding on to each other. I felt so bad. Pretty sure it was like their first flight. Uh, Yikes. So everybody's like screaming, crying, praying. The flight attendants are like running back and forth, trying to like keep the suitcases from coming out of the compartments. And mind you, I'm like 11, 12 ish. My family clearly doesn't believe in traveling together. They always send me by myself. So I was by myself, about to like die. And logically speaking, when things like this happen, you're supposed to like, logically, I'm not sure like how everybody else thinks is how I'm pretty sure like normal people think. You probably like cry a little, look at a picture of a loved one or something. I, on the other hand, am not normal. I'm pretty sure my mother dropped me a couple times. I sat there and I thought, holy damn, what is going on? I'm gonna die. And I just like looked around, heard screaming, kids crying, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm like not dying to this. So I, at the time, had an MP3 player, Blue, plugged in my headphones because, there was no AirPods, and, put my headphones in my ears and whatnot. And I said to myself, whatever song comes on is the song I'm going to die to. I put my MP3 on shuffle, and of course, out of all songs, Poker Face by Lady Gaga comes on. And I literally just sit there and I'm like, okay, this is it. I put both my hands like on the armrest and I have like the only poker face staring straight as like I was going to die. Of course, when I tell the story, I joke about it because, what 11, 12-year-old just does that? Like, again, logically speaking, you would want to like see if you have signal to like call someone. Nope. I was like, "Okay, this is it. I'm dying the poker face." So, I tell this to my dates whenever I go out, dates plural, guys. It's tricky out there. There's never seconds. I always like sit there and I tell them like, "Oh, BT dubs. Poker Face by Lady Gaga is my death song and that's what I almost died to." And they always look at me like, "You're kidding." And I'm like, "Nope. I'm like 100% so positively like sure. Like I'm not playing with you." So that's like the time I died to like Poker Face. Almost died to Poker Face. When I got off the plane, I told my mom and she was like, she looked at me like she had given birth to like some like different species. It was interesting. So to this day, when I work like at my job, we do retail here. They play Poker Face, and I literally cannot keep a straight face anymore. Like, I start laughing. I'm like, "Yikes." I was gonna die to this. I like, that's on my will, or I don't know, what would you say? Like, your my death wish. My death wish is to have Lady Gaga Poker Face play in the background. And then for those who go and know about the story will probably, like, either be funny or not. I guess it depends. So, that's story 1. I guess we can, like, talk about, like, other stories. I do have a blog only because, my professor did, like, obligate me to do one, and the story is on that, as well as many others, which I may or may not be sharing on this, so if you would like to, like, see my blog, feel free. It's Days with Diaz, or, like, if, because I'm corny, it's Diaz with Diaz, Days with the okay. Anyways, um, I do have another story, which is quite actually interesting. I went to Italy by myself this July, yeah, this recent July 2018, and I went by myself, and I went to Positano, and it's funny because being that I was by myself and there was, like, all these couples walking around, like, being all cute, and I'm there like, "I'm an independent woman, I do not need a man." Flips hair. Um, there's this guy there, and I'm pretty sure he was, like, watching me, but finally, like, approached me and gave me this anklet. If you know who I am, you know about this anklet. Anyways, this anklet he gave me, he basically told me, "I've seen that you've been walking around by yourself." And I was like, "Yeah." I was kinda, like, nervous because 'cause I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he knows I'm here by myself. This is it. He's gonna come, like, kidnap me," and my mom said she's not paying no ransom money. So, I was like, "Okay, I'm going to be kidnapped in Italy," which is not bad, actually. But besides the point, he tells me that he's been seeing me walking around by myself, and he gave me this anklet, which was made by his 2 little girls, his daughters, and he told me that the anklet was for love. And I was like, "Okay, like, sure, I'll take this, like, it's fine. This will probably be, like, the souvenir I'll take for myself since all the everything else I bought was for my friends and family." And I put the anklet on, and I did not pay it much mind until I come back home, and I get axed out on dates, like, mind you, okay, I am not a 10, probably, like, a 7.58 on a good day when I actually, like, wake up on time. And I have, like, somewhat of a sense of humor and, like, there's sarcasm, so that kinda balances out. So it doesn't even, like, take me to an solid 8 or, like, a 9. It's, like, in between. But anyways, I come back, I have this anklet, which I'm still wearing right now. I refuse to take it off only because it's the only souvenir I have, and I don't wanna mess it up. But I come back and literally I have I go out with one of my friends, and at the restaurant, the waiter gives me his number. And I'm like, "Okay, like, this is different. Sure." Again, I do not reply. If you ever see my phone, I am fake, 100% fake. I have 434 unread messages. I am a horrible texter, and I do not believe in technology, so I try to avoid having my phone on me. Anyways, he gives me his number. I end up texting him. We end up going on a date. Tells me to meet him at Columbus Circle. So after work, I got, dolled up, quote unquote, as much as I can after work. And I meet him at Columbus Circle. And while I'm waiting for him at Columbus Circle, I am approached by a German tourist whom I later went out on a date with, like, a week later. Basically, this was it basically, this anklet is, like, a true thing, like, I don't know if anyone out there knows about anklets. I know there's, like, a history, behind it. I know there's, like, meanings, like, if a married woman has an anklet, she basically has permission by her husband to mess around. I don't know if that's an actual thing. I've read this. I've like done my research and Googled. That's what I read. But again, you can't really trust online. But I did have a date last night too. It was actually awkward, only because we were literally the same person. So yeah, it's been great. I've been on, wow, nine to 10 dates since I got back from Italy. None of them have been serious. I did get friendships out of them only because I'm actually not interested at the moment. Plus, I'm like, my life is too hectic and I'm too busy to like even remember to brush my hair in the morning. So, anyways, that's that. And I guess we can call this like story time. That's like a new segment. We're gonna do story time. Hashtag my life is a joke. All right. I guess like I'll stop boring you guys and like put music.